Or you just pickily thin and you go in and you kill the people anyway, and you are way better early on. Anyway, let's see.
Not a believer in Deficio. You guys at home, vote with your opinions on Twitter. Hashtag Elwin, hashtag Ulwin.
To the Tower of Unicorns to reset it. He should have placed that ward already.
Don't pull a Kevin. Don't pull a Kevin. Wicked's in trouble. Here's the stun from Hylissang. It connects. He's knocked in the air. Vodax has come in and got the first blood. Deficio, you
keep ganking him. Hylissang can flash the wall here and just go for him.
He has flashed the wall. That's a level 2 Annie. Unicorns of Love. They want more blood. Kickers gets in place. Does not manage to get the stun. But there's so much damage from Unicorns. 2-0. Hylissang's in trouble.
So that was just well played by the bottom lane from Elements. And now a kill as well. Good roam. Good setup by Shook.
Well, it's done before we can say who knocked him up. But
Ari is fairly weak. Gonna have to see if it works for them. They're going here.
There's
the ulti, and then back away.
Yeah, but the problem is Shook gets caught with a charm. Froggen goes in with a death mark. Exhaust is down. Damage isn't going to pop. Froggen wants blood. He gets the kill, and he gets out. Froggen Elements says...
4 was 3. We started.
But this tanky Scion's not dealing a lot of damage. Unicorns of Love with a slow dragon. They should be able to secure this one. Look for the smite. Very close rocket from Reckless. First dragon on the board.
Top lane tower is on because it was a lane swap, of course. Oh, Wicked is trading again, but...
Look at the support.
Yeah, Chachi is not on his own.
Chachi's getting chased down. That's a flash. Little does not connect.
Wicked is so
Here
dead.
Comes the chase. Wicked gets knocked up. The decimating smash goes down. And Wicked gives up a third. But
that was 3 guys. Yeah, Vodax on his own now.
Insta teleport, no flash. Oh, yeah. This is just terrible. Oh, Tibbers comes down, Incinerate, Decimate, Disintegrate, and a Spirit Rush for good measure. Power of Evil. Easy kill.
So, not a bad trade in terms of the gold and the information they have now gathered. But the Unicorns are slowly now building up towards these 5 dragons. And if we do get to that late game...
Elements want this one. Shook is going to get the knock-up. Wild Growth to follow. Deathmark to finish. Now Hylissang's in trouble. What will Elements do? Crowd goes a little wild. Is look forgiven.
But there is an Hourglass on Power of Evil, so it will be so tough. He's going in though.
Well, let's see what can happen. Froggen's got Deathmark down. Power of Evil still alive. He's going to Hourglass away as Froggen does throw down the Blade of the Ruined King to survive the engage from Hylissang.
Whoa,
but here comes Wicked. Wicked from behind. Finally on the board. He's going to run down Hylissang. We do see Tibbers trying to get those auto attacks away. Forced to Wild Growth as the fans throw down the Kappa faces. Elements do get themselves a kill. Hylissang waited, but it simply wasn't enough. Now Wicked, he's sticking around. He's getting dove. Hylissang tanks up the tower shots. Wicked unable to get another kill. Should go down to Chachi, but Chachi's tanking up the tower. And he will give up his 5th kill of the game. Available for Hylissang. Unicorns decide to give up on the dragon, and they've set their sights on the inner turret. They are at risk of being flanked. We do see Wicked is trying to get in range. Here's a 1v5. That's a flash Tibbers just for Wicked. Wicked is going to Wild Growth on 3. Where are the rest of Elements? He's down in the fight. Elements unable to jump in. And without that Wild Growth, it's got the mid inner turret. And backs have come in. That's the engage. Wicked may be out before this fight has really even started. Krepo's flash to try and defend the tower. That's a good Soul Shackles, but Elements are on the defensive. Krepo's running away. He gets knocked in place, but the decimating smash knocks him down. Now Elements, 1 man down. Wicked, no Wild Growth. Deathmark still available for Froggen, but it's not going to matter. Unicorns get their objectives, and they're going...
So he's no longer the target for Froggen. Elements still have to fight. They're going for it, though.
They're trying to look for an engage. Shook's coming in from the back line, but he's alone. Elements are going to be late. Wild Growth will keep him up for a little while as the Deathmark may pop Kickus into his passive, but Kickus can still deal damage. That melee Scion is burning through Wicked's HP before he gets turned into a little munchkin. There's a kill.
5 versus 4. Kickus won't be able to join. Look, Elements, they're looking for the fight.
Well, Krepo's going to Black Shield the root from Visit Chachi. They've locked him down. Soul Shackles will at least get a kill onto Chachi's Maokai while Shook is defending the base. Give me a little...
Elements should just go straight for it. Another binding, don't they? They would get a kill on Kickus.
Well, we'll see. The rest of Reckless are chasing. No mana on Reckless. He managed to flash away. Let's see what Froggen can do. Deathmark goes out. That should result in a kill.
That was great.
Gonna be able to take him out. Now Hylissang's the next target. That's another one on the board. It's Reckless that gets this kill before Reckless flashes in retreat. Kickus is doing the...
On the map, if it's taking the Tower of No Minions, they're gonna get a dragon as well. 3rd one for them now. This game is far from over. but it's becoming harder and harder now for Elements to pull it off.
It's just so interesting to see the Unicorns of Love down, down 2,000.
We're waiting for these minions in the bottom, and you can see them slowly being pushed up. Power People even popped his ulti. Crepper should have Black Shield.
Wow, Black Shield comes up. He does manage to get past the Charmers. Hylissang and Kickers knocked up by Shook. Deathmark comes up from Frog, and he's looking for Vardags, but Vardags is going to be able to avoid getting down. We do see Wicked once again dropping. Wild Growth is still available, simply not used. Froggen is taken out in the back line. Just found a little angle of approach, and they've made it work.
Well, Kickers here.
Kickers is now in trouble. He's going to get a knock-up on a few, but Elements will pick themselves up.
This could be Baron now suddenly for them.
No smite threat. Let's see if they're brave enough to commit.
Elements didn't do 5 versus 4. No smite either. The Unicorns, they're going to give it up. Kickers caught out completely. Died a few times.
Wow.
Where Elements has managed to get him, and suddenly
like they want to fight. Charm is Black Shielded away. That's a flash. Dark Fighting doesn't connect. Here comes Kickers in the background. Shook is now caught out of place. Wild Growth from Wicked needs to come in, but it's not going to be enough to hold off the Unicorns of Love. Shook is in full retreat. Stun lands onto Crepo once more. Soul Shackles is still available. He's going to catch 5 members, but that's going to go forward. What can Reckless do? He's been zoned away by Chachi and Kickers. Now Reckless is low. Crepo still alive on the backline. Elements have not died. Void Rush comes out. Deathmark has been used, and Vardags is low. Can Vardags get taken down? He's in retreat. Shook has had enough time to regen and rejoin the fight, but he's now the first one. Froggen has found Vardags. He's found Power of Evil. That's a double kill for Froggen as Wicked is trying to zone away the Unicorns of Love. Crepo and Reckless are low, and they've still got to get through beefy tanks. That's a flash from Chachi onto Crepo. The Vengeful Maelstrom is out. Decimating Smash does not manage to connect, and the shield from Wicked will end shortly as he's running low on mana. Kickers is going to get the slow. He's gone into his passive. Look at those big red claws hammering away on Reckless. Reckless is down, but he does get a kill. Elements lose Baron on 4, but they spawned. Minions in the top lane doing work for Elements. Dragon should be secured by the Unicorns of Love. It does get taken down. That's number 4. Elements are trying to delay Unicorns as much as they can. The tanks get thrown up in the air, but they can't get onto the squishies. Wicked does have Wild Growth. Once again, we do see Deathmark down. That's going to hurt.
Be Elements, honestly, because Unicorns are just looking to try and get a few hits on him to a charm.
Well, let's see what can happen. Froggen's caught out. Deathmark goes down, but that's on Chachi. That's not the damage dealer. Froggen with Wild Growth is in full retreat. Elements not lost a member yet, but they're jumping onto Wicked. That's going to take them under the Nexus turrets. Crepo with another great Soul Shackles will peel Unicorns away for a few seconds, and Elements have not lost anybody until now. Reckless untouched. Froggen has regened. Unicorns of Love still looking for the inhibitor. They should be able to secure this one. 1-2 more hits is all it will take. Inhibitor down. Unicorns of Love have a minute and 20 seconds.
For recalling, Elements were one step ahead. Just burst it down here. You gotta trust in your jungle to smite it.
I think they've got it. It's secured. It's Wicked that picks up the killing blow.
Didn't smite it, but anyway.
Versus Dragon Empowered Champions. Vardags will get the shortly.
They're going, oh, Wicked!
That was to see what he can do. Wicked is down. No Wild Growth. No Wild Growth. Chachi is going to follow Shook. Now Shook is the next one down. The gambit from Elements has not paid off. Dragon's been secured. Crepo is out. There are 70-second death timers. Unicorns of Love have got the aspect of the dragon, and they may want to push into the base.
Chachi can TP it down to the base here. Vardags is already nearby. They will be able to finish with 5 guys alive and such long death timers for Elements.
Froggen and Reckless are backing. Unicorns of Love are barreling down the middle lane. Nexus turret is going to survive for a few seconds longer. Baron empowered minions versus super minions of the Unicorns of Love. 5 versus 2. It's going to take something magical for Elements to hold on, and I don't think they're magicians. Unicorns have found Froggen. His GA has popped. His Nexus is dead. The Unicorns of Love are 7-7. Elements. Broken faces. Another 0-2 week. They are now tied with Roccat. 5 wins, 9 losses, and out of playoff positions.
Yeah.
Unicorns, on the other hand, elation all around.
I mean,
look at those smiles.
This game was so important for the Unicorns of Love because now they have 2 wins down to Elements and Rocket as number 7 and number 8. And they got the 1-1 tie against Elements as well. So even if they do end up with the same in the standings, they will have to play a tiebreaker match before it's decided who's in playoff and who's not.
Kikis giving the camera some love. Jungle Scion. You know what? Kikis dropped the scarf as well today. I don't think he was wearing it yesterday either. We'll have to see if that's giving him some power.
Yeah, that's the thing again for Unicorns. It seemed like they said, we don't think Elements can challenge us in the early to mid game, so we can pick a comp that can be extremely strong in terms of late gaming or in terms of tanking in the late game. So that's why they went for that Scion pick, because Kikis got to late game. He got enough items to be really, really strong as a front liner, and that's really why the pick paid off for him. And he played it well. He got the early kills onto Wicked, which really, for me, was the big story here. When Unicorns had 6 kills on the board, Wicked were 1 and 6.
Yeah. The
he was the
decision
guy being
making.
targeted out. The first mistake in the lane where he doesn't ward